retail pharmacy is very clearly set aside from the majority of the high street shops out there.
Most of the revenue received by retail pharmacies comes from dispensing prescriptions. It's a very secure income stream because of the ageing population and long-term medication.
Pharmacy licence is derived from the PNA, which is a pharmacy needs assessment, and it's not easy to get a pharmacy licence anymore.
If you want to move a pharmacy from one location to another, you need to apply to the NHS to do so, and they will only grant that relocation if they're satisfied that patients won't be disadvantaged as a result.
Our buyers' main concern is, will they get the rent paid, how long will they get the rent paid for, and will it grow? Now, a pharmacy is not a licence that moves very often. They rarely close, so investors will pay a premium for that. I think we're looking at something like 25%. The tenant has the ability to get a double whammy from the customer to secure that rent for the investor. So they're getting the prescription income, that's a regular, like clockwork every month, and they're also getting a chance to sell health and beauty and other products to that same customer.
The pharmacy licensing regulations mean that competition is to some extent limited, and that creates security for pharmacy owners.
Pharmacies, again, are slightly individual when it comes to assessing their worth, because a pharmacy that can sell tens of thousands of prescriptions may be in a very small town in the north of England. It's still a very, very profitable business. They may even sell more prescriptions than they do in a lovely smart market town in the southeast of England.
Does the pharmacy have a good over-the-counter income? Does the pharmacy have a good level of prescription volume?
The strongest market for some time has been in Scotland. The reason for that is that Scottish pharmacies tend to be slightly better funded than those elsewhere in the UK, and also the regulatory environment is even more protective of pharmacy owners. Looking at England, traditionally the hotspots have been parts of the northeast, specifically West Yorkshire, the northwest, Manchester and Liverpool conurbations, Birmingham, London and the home counties.
How rare are pharmacies? We don't sell that many. I think we go through waves, but we've sold half a dozen in the last 3 months. They've all been very popular.
One of the main challenges for the pharmacy sector is being funded to a large extent by the NHS. When there are funding cuts, pharmacies can be vulnerable. The pharmacy sector has just agreed a new 5-year deal with the government, so the future is a lot more certain than it was, and the Department of Health are keen to push additional services into community pharmacies to help take the pressure off other parts of the NHS.
I think the point about a pharmacy, you've got the list of patients. You've also got the ability to really wind up the patient, drive the patients in by the click and bricks model.
At the moment, the effect of online retail on the pharmacy sector is very limited. Typically, patients still prefer to see their health professionals in traditional bricks and mortar premises.
For pharmacy, what we've seen is a number of entrants who've tried to scale this, and at this point in time, those larger operators are still losing tens of millions of pounds.
Prescription medication is free of charge in any event, so there's no price advantage for online retailers, and there's already a well-established network of pharmacy home deliveries by existing pharmacy providers, so online retailers don't really provide any advantage over the existing pharmacy sector.